Hello everybody, Peter here again. Welcome to ISTS Group YouTube channel. We are officially starting the Tactic Busters series. We are going to build, test and see how some of the popular trading strategies, trading tactics are operating, how they are working, to see if they are actually manageable, if they provide some results, or if they are a complete bust. Now please remember, this is not a financial advice, we are not advisors nor something similar. We are just here simply to see if these trading strategies live up to their name, live up to the information that is provided there on the web, or if it's not working like that. Now, we will be testing on different time frames. We will be testing on 5, 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, and a daily time frame to see and to find maybe on some time frames they don't work, on some time frames they do, but the most important part is that we are going to see if it actually works or not. So for today, the first trading strategy that we are going to do is going to be the popular 5-8-13 trading strategy. Now, if you're a trader, especially a beginner trader, you found this trading strategy everywhere on the web. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, it's everywhere. Basically, this is one of the most popular trading strategies and one of the most simple trading strategies that is out there. So today, I'm going to show you how we can build it using our own dashboard, using our own software. I'm going to show you how easy it is. You don't need any programming skills or anything similar. So you're going to see how it all works. You're going to see how to test it out. And afterwards, we are going to check and we are going to see the results of these trading strategies. So stay with me and let's go and see how it all works. So as you can see here, we have the Investopedia website with the 5, 8, and 13 simple moving average trading strategy for trading. So for day trading, basically, it is used, but you can use it for a longer period, longer time frames. You can check it down here. So what we can see here, we can see, I will leave the link below in the video for some of you that don't already know the trading strategy. But what we can see here is all the information about how it works, what are the intervals that you can use it, what is the trading style, and how long does it hold. Now, we are going to skip right to the point. So what do we see here? What is a strong uptrend and a strong downtrend? Actually, what is the buy signal and what is the sell signal? So first of all, we have 3 moving averages. 5 needs to be above 8 and 8 needs to be above 13. So this is indicating a uptrend. So this means that this is where we would enter the buy position. So on the opposite side, if 5 is lower than 8 and 8 is lower than 13, then we are going to enter a sell position. So this is the whole logic behind the trading strategy 5-8-13 SMA. What we are going to do here is we are going to go on our dashboard. So these are some of the tactics that I have been testing out, that I have been trading and so on. So what we are going to do, we are going to, and here you're going to see how do our trading strategies, how does our software actually work. So we are going to go to tactics and we are going to click on new. So here we are going to create the trading strategy. This is going to be the base. The tactic is going to be tactic name, simply let's say 5-8-13. The tactic version, it's going to be 0.1. Let's say later on you want to add some parameters or something like that. You want to change it, you want to build it up. You can use different versions to save another version of your tactic and so on. You already understand the point. Tactic description, we are going to type in here what our tactic does and further on. So here we are simply going to say again 5-8-13 trading strategy. Okay, so what we have here, our dashboard is consistent up of a couple of points. We are going to close them all up so that we can see what do we have. So we have here a couple of main points that we are going to do. The first one is the main point. So here you are putting some basic variables that your trading strategy is going to use. For example, pause and candles. This is basically Here, basically, you type in how long, how many candles do you want for your trading strategy to wait before it opens the trade. So it happens, what so your condition happens on the market, and here you type in if it should wait a certain number of candlesticks until it opens the trade. So here we don't want to, we want as soon as that trade is, as soon as that condition is met, we want for the strategy to open a trade. So we are going to say 0. The number of open bets, this is going to be how many trades are allowed to be opened at the same moment. So for testing purposes, we are going to say 1. Minimum profit is going to be the least amount of pips that the price needs to go in your direction to consider it a profit. Since here, for again testing purposes, we are going to use a fixed stop loss and take profit, we are going to input a simple minimum profit of minimum of 1 pip. Now here, we have stop loss and we have take profit. On our software, you can do both. You can do a logic stop loss, a logic take profit. So basically, if a certain condition is met, your trade is going to be closed based on that condition. On the other hand, we have the simple one. It's going to be the fixed number of pips. So basically, let's follow the 1 to 2 let's follow the 1 to 2 risk. So what we are going to do is, let's say we are going to use a stop loss of 20 and a take profit of 40. Let's say this is not too high, not too low. Maybe it's going to be better for the higher time frames, maybe worse for the lower time frames, but we are going to see what's going to happen. So as you can see, we have trailing stop as well. Here you can schedule when you do not want your trading strategy to work. So if it's Forex market, Saturday and Sunday are days off. If it's crypto market, you can put it every single day. If you want to trade only on Friday, you can leave only Friday off, check all of the days above and further on. You can as well choose in which hours should your trading strategy work. If you only want morning hours or a specific time zone or a specific market, when it opens and when it closes, you can select that as well. Here, we want for our trading strategy to work non-stop, so Monday through Friday, the whole day. We have as well something called take profit range. So here, what you can do and what you can see, how you can use it is basically if the trading strategy goes a certain amount of points or a certain amount of pips in your direction and it goes back down and once again reaches it and so on, you can select, if we say, let's say 3, this is going to push up the take profit range hit times. We are going to talk about it a bit later in the series since we do not need it now. Now, predict point models, again, we don't need it now. These are some of our predict point models, some of our AI tools that we actually use to predict the movement. As well, we are going to get to that later on. We are not going to use it at the moment. Patterns. So here you can add a certain pattern if you want to use patterns in your trading strategy. You have recognition pattern, the ones that are familiar, the ones that are popular on the market. So you can see there is a lot of them here, or you can make your own custom pattern. Again, we don't need this now, so we are going to close this up. Next off is indicators. So here are some of the popular indicators that you can use, and we are going to use this step because we are using 5, 8, 13. So we need what? We need 3 simple moving averages. We have here the simple moving average, so we are going to use 1, 2, 3. You can select here the colors of the moving averages that you want. This is what you can do here. Next up is parameters. So in parameters, you can edit the parameters of your indicators. Let's say we want to select SMA1, SMA2, and SMA3. What we need? We need to change the candle count. So in this case, we need, again, 5, 8, and 13. So we are going to select SMA1 to be 5 candles, SMA2, 8 candles, and SMA3 is going to be 13 candles. So this is simply how you add the indicators and how you change the parameters so that they are fit for your own trading strategy. Next up is the buy logic. So as we said here, so we need 5, the SMA 5 to be above SMA 8 and SMA 8 to be above SMA 13. So this indicates an uptrend, which means we want to enter a buy trade. This is what we are going to put in our buy logic. So let's say, we have SMA 1. So this is the 5. SMA 1 is 5. We want the SMA 1 to be higher than SMA 2, than SMA 8. So we are going to select SMA 2. Okay, so this is the trading logic. We want SMA 1 to be higher than SMA 2. So for the 5 moving average to be above the 8 moving average. And we are going to add the SMA 2. So we want the 8 moving average to be higher than the SMA 3 or the moving average of 13. So we have these two conditions. SMA 5 is higher than SMA 8 and SMA 8 is higher than the moving average of 13. And this is it. Here you have some additional conditions that you can use in your trading strategy. For example, since here we need wide spacing on the condition, we are going to use on candle end. What does this mean? This means if on the end of the current candle the conditions are met, it's going to open your trade. Here you can select additional information you can use. If this happened in the last 10 candles, if it happened 5 times, only then open the trade. But here we need for both the conditions to be opened, to be met just once. So these two conditions we need to be met just once. So we are going to say n times, we are going to say 1, 1. Okay, and this is the buy logic. Okay, so that is for the buy position. For the sell position, we are doing the same thing, just the opposite direction. So moving average 5 lower than moving average 8 and moving average 8 lower than moving average 13. We have here below take profit and stop loss logic. We are going to get back to that in some different videos, since here we are using the fixed stop loss and take profit, which is 20/40, 1-to-2 risk ratio that we already filled in at the beginning. Now, here, what we are going to do is just simply save the tactic, and we already have it here. So 5, 8, 13, this is the trading strategy that we have just created. Now, we need to create a test run for this trading strategy to test it and to see how it is going to work. So we go to test runs and we click, you see here we have a lot of test runs already. So we go on new, and here we are creating our test run. For the provider, here we are choosing what data do we want to use. If we want to use the MT5 data or the store data, which is actually our data that we use from tickstory.com. So we're going to use stored. For this case, we're going to use Euro USD as the trading pair. And now date from. So we need to select on which period we want the trading strategy to be tested on. So let's say in this case, we are going to go 10 years. Let's say we go back from 2012. So we click on the year, we navigate back, and we select the year 2012. January 1st from the beginning of the year, and day 2, we are going to select 2023 and 2022 actually, and 31st of December. Okay, now commission. Commission and spread, as you know, all the brokers have their own commission, they have their own spread that they are offering to you. You, as their client and as our client, you can choose when you're testing your strategy the custom commission that you're going to use, that your broker offers you, and the custom spread. In this case, we are going to use something that is on average. So let's say we use 3. 3 is going to be per lot per side. So you open a buy trade, it's going to be $3 when you open it per lot, and $3 when you close it again per lot. So we are going to spread, we are going to use some average small spread since we have the commission, so 0.50. This is what we are going to use for our test. Now we have the tempo and we have here the description. So tempo, I'm going to get back to it a bit later. We just click on plus to create another iteration, and we are going to insert here our trading strategy. So the trading strategy that we just created is 5, 8, 13. We are going to select it. And as you can see here, we have some information that we need to fill in. First of all, we have the candlestick interval. Here we are choosing what the time frame is going to be for the tactic. So let's say the first one we are going to create on 1 day. Now, account balance, let's say we are starting with $10,000. For the risk, we are going to use 1 as a risk. So this means that it's going to open the trade with 1% of your available balance. And for leverage, we will use 30, as this is on average something that is out there with almost all the brokers. Now, what we can do is we can clone this same iteration and we can add it just the interval or the other things as well. In this case, we are going to clone it again, just added the interval so that we have testing for everything, that we have testing for a day, for 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and we are going to use as well 15 minutes. So clone once again. We have here now to select 15 minutes and clone once again for the scalping. And this is going to be 1 minute, which is actually, yeah, let's do 5 minutes as well. And we are going to do 1 minute as well. This is going to be for scalping. So for scalping, 1 minute, this is going to be the slowest one. And we have all of the iterations now ready from 1 minute to 1 day time frame for the candlesticks. Now we have our iterations ready, and here what we're going to do now is we are going to speak a little bit about the tempo. So the tempo that you can see here above, so this goes from 0, it goes to 10, and this is how fast your test is going to be done. Okay, we forgot our description, so let's type in here just the description. Okay, this is for the test run. Now tempo 0 to 10 is going to determine how fast you want to do the test run. Tempo 0 is the slowest, of course. This goes every tick, so it uses every tick. If there is 10 ticks in 1 minute, it's going to use every single tick, and it's going to go through it, and it's going to create its own chart in the background like it's live and test it on every single tick. On the other hand, when we use tempo 10, this is going to be on candlesticks. So it's going to consider only the candlestick open and close price for the price for the moving averages and further on. The tempos differ from 0 to 10. So each tempo that you go up is a certain number of ticks that you want to skip. So this you will use if you want a beginning strategy to test, first of all, if it's going to do anything. Save the test run. So tempo 10 if you want to do anything, then tempo 0 to confirm your test run. And this is it. We have now here our trading strategy that we just used. So what we need from here is we want to create another one. So we created already the fast one. So we are just going to click on clone. And here everything is going to stay the same that we did in the first test run, only we are going to change the tempo. So it was 10, now we are going to select 0. And this is going to be the confirmation run that we are going to do. So once we move the tempo to 0, everything that we need to do is just to click on clone. And once we click on clone, this is going to be done. Now we have both of these test runs here. We just need this test run ID. So we take the test run ID. For now, we are still doing our test runs through Visual Studio Code, what our code is. So we are going to run them through Visual Studio Code at this moment. But once you start with us, once we go public, this is going to be way more accessible. It's going to be either through our software that is online, or you're going to have an Axe file. So we are going to see that through surveys what we can and what we will do with that part to cover that. You can do everything on your own once we go public. So again, we are just here typing in to start the second iteration. So we are going to do 4 test runs, actually 4 scripts. One script is going to be 2 times for the fast one, and one script is going to be 2 times for the slow test or the confirmation test. Okay, so now this is basically everything, how it goes, how it works. Once you start these test runs now, we are going to see how fast is it going to go, and how fast is it going to work and to finish everything up. So basically, we are just here waiting now for this information to be done, for these test runs to be done. Once the test runs are done, we are going to have all of the analysis. You can see they already started converting the data. Once the test runs are already done, We are going to see how the tactic has performed, what is the profit, what is maybe the loss that it made, and basically we are going to have our final decision by then if it's a bust or if it's actually something that works under these conditions that we use for these testing purposes. So once again, all of this, what we are doing here is we are just testing and checking if these trading strategies, the popular one, if they live up to their name or if it's a complete bust. Once again, remember the disclaimer: we do not provide financial information, financial advices, nor are we financial advisors. So everything that we do here is just for testing purposes. And as well, once we go public with our software, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be just for testing purposes. You should never consider anything that we use here as financial advice or as something that you want to risk your money with and further on. So basically, this is about it. We are just going to wait now for the test runs to finish. Once they finish, we are going to go over the data. We are going to speak about the data, and we are going to see how it all ended up working. Okay, so here, once we check, this is the slow one. So we are going to go to the fast ones. So we can see here that pretty much everything is in red. This one it's still working on, as basically it is the slowest one since it is 1 minute time frame for each candlestick. So basically it has millions of candlesticks. We are going to check as well how much does it have. It has this is a huge number, 291,548,851 ticks that it needs to go through. So once it goes through all of that, we are going to have the results from the 1 minute as well. So you can see here basically how fast the test runs have been done. So we have this one that started at 1744 and finished in 1751. So we have here, what is it? It's 7 minutes. 6-7 minutes. So here the next one, which is again a bit slower, 4 hours, it finished in 9 minutes. The next one, which is 1 hour, it finished in 7, it's 16 minutes. The 30-minute one, it finished in 45, 15, so that is 19 minutes. The 15-minute time frame, it finished in how long is that? This is 34 minutes. The 5-minute time frame, it finished the longest here, so it's an hour and 20, 21, 29, yeah, 20 hour and 29, almost an hour and a half that it needed for the 5 minutes. Now, once again, here what we are doing is this is basically the first version of our software. We are now working once we go public, and before we go public, we are going to have the second version, which is going to be way faster. That it is actually here. So this is simply what we have at the moment, and trust me, it's like 10 to 15 times faster than this one, and it's still it's not vector testing that is done by some other trading platforms that are offering back testing and testing of your strategies. It is basically still going to be tick by tick data, so we just optimized our software that we use for it. So what do we have here? We can see that each and every single time frame, 1 day, 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, each and every single one of these time frames are simply did fail. So the best one that did here is actually the 1 day one. It lost $338. This is from 10,000. So you can see what is the ending balance here, what is here, what is here. You can see basically in this data, you can see everything. So you can see everything. You can see how much was your success overall. So we had only 34.22% of successful trades. And this is here in the best one. So the best one is 34.22. Success index 0.95. And we had 1,910 positions, closed positions. So basically, it opened 1,910 positions in these 10 years on the 1 day time frame. On the other hand, the 5-minute one, it opened 10,687 trades on the 5-minute time frame in these 10 years that we tested from 2012 to 2022. Now, there is a lot of more data that we can get from this. Basically, we just need the ID. We can go to test positions. In test positions, we can just see what type, how many positions was there, how many buy positions, sell positions. So this is going to give basically everything, or better one is the test positions in periods, where we are going to add our iteration and we are going to see the positions that we have. Okay, so here you have a lot of things. You can in this analysis, you can check and you can see on monthly basis, you can see on daily basis, you can see on weekly basis or yearly basis. So each year, what did it do? We had profit in 2021, profit in 2020, we had profit in 2015, in 2016, we had profit in 2012. Yeah, 2012. Now, if you choose, basically, you can choose the day and you can see what was the worst profit that we had and which day was the worst. When we navigate through that and when we check it, it's going to be $6.37 of loss. And the highest profit that we had was $11.66. Now, everything else we have here, the columns that we are using, we can use number of profitable, number of non-profitable, average profit, average loss. So basically, we have everything here that you can check, that you can see. You can export as well the data to CSV so that you can use it later on in your analysis and further on. So we have everything. So number of profitable trades per day. So if we select here for, let's say, per week, we are going to see here that in the second week, we had 4 profitable, 1 non-profitable, 1 loss. If we navigate like in the opposite direction, we have 5 that were not profitable, so 5 trades that were all loss, 0, and you can see here a lot of days like this, and this a lot of weeks like this, and this was basically all over the years. So you can use this data to analyze everything that we do here, and that you test out everything what happens. So basically, in the test positions in periods, you can see everything what happened. Now, as well, another thing that we have is going to it's going to be actually the charts. So I'm going just quickly here to open the chart for you. Okay, now you can see here as well. This is for the same iteration that we did previously, that we were checking the test position in periods. So you're going to have your graphs as well for analyzing. You have everything drawn here. So basically this is 10 years. So this is why everything is kind of together. So what you can do is you can zoom into a certain place. Let's say we want this period. So basically each and every single candlestick, let's zoom it a bit more. Each and every single candlestick that is formed, you have the data here. So you have everything opened. Basically you have what was the date, what is the candlestick. You have here, you can on the right side, you can turn on or turn off the visibility of your right here. You can turn on or turn off the visibility of your trades, of not only the trades but of your indicators and everything. You can show only one trade, you can show all the trades. It depends on what you want to do and how you want to analyze the chart, how do you want to test out to see where it went wrong, what happened, and further on. You can see that every single trade as well that happened is going to be on the chart as well. So we have this one that was a buy trade. It opened here, it closed here. We just need to turn on the visibility for SMA 3 as well. And we can see, so SMA 1, the yellow one, this is the 5 minute, this is the 8, sorry, not the 5 minute. We have here, so SMA 1, this is the 5 moving average, the 8 moving average, and the 13 moving average. We can see that they crossed here. We can see here that the spacing that happened, that is why we selected on the end of the candlestick. It opened here a buy trade, but then it went down, the price went down, and it closed as a negative. Afterwards, we had another trade that opened, another uptrend that was indicated. This one was profitable, but again, on the next one, we had the spacing, we had all of the conditions met, but it was a lost trade. So this depends, all of that you can do, that you want to check out. This is where you can do it, and this is how you can do it. Okay, so this is about it. So this was the first trading strategy that we tested. Since it was the first episode, we went a bit further into details into how to create your test runs, how to create your trading strategies with us. Again, this is the first version of the software. We're working on another one that is going to be way faster with way much possibilities. So stay tuned for that and comment below. Tell me, what do you think? Was this trading strategy a success or was it a bust? So tell me if you want to see the results from the 1 minute fast and if you want to see the confirmation from all the slow test runs that are being done currently in the background. So tell me everything, tell me your thoughts, tell me maybe the next strategy that you want for us to test. Every single one of our social medias, you're going to have the links to everything, to Twitter, to Instagram, to YouTube, to TikTok. So we have all the social media that we need. You can send us some recommendations, you can send us some thoughts. You can send us whatever you want. You can send us your emails if you want to be kept on the newsletter. And just once again, a disclaimer, so we are not providing any financial advice. Everything that we do is purely done for testing purposes and for educational purposes. Do not consider anything of this that we done, that we show you, and everything that we use our software for as financial advice. So basically, this is about it that we are going to speak about today, that you're going to see today. Anything else, as I said, message us, DM us, and that's it.